Hi, my name is Kat. Well, I am obsessed with reptiles. They're my passion, lifelong. I call myself the Reptile Whisperer because that was the name that was given to me by a few of my friends at a reptile store. They didn't believe that I could tame tokay geckos or monitors, and I'm like, are you kidding me? I'll show you right now. I know how to read reptiles. I've been around them. And so then I would get them to be nice and sweet, and they're like, oh my gosh, you're a reptile whisperer. Then they started like asking me, oh yeah, you gotta come in here and see this new one is very aggressive, come tame it for us. I would tame whatever aggressive reptile that they had. They'd bite the heck out of them, but it wouldn't bite me because I just know what to do. I was born in Florida, so every day I grew up catching lizards, snakes, turtles, pretty much everything in my backyard. When I was really little, my grandfather, he used to like catch the lizards outside before I could catch them, like really little. And he would put them in these like little containers and I'd carry them around all day. And then eventually it got to the point where I could catch them myself. Yeah, I looked up to my grandfather. He was like a father figure to me. I don't know, he was just a really nice person, very kind, very gentle with me. So when I was a little kid, I went through some really tough times. I was abused as a kid. So my way to escape would be to go outside and like catch all the lizards. I would actually talk to them like they were my friends, you know, and I don't know, it was kind of like a self-therapy. Like I would put myself in the lizards or the snake and be like, oh, you know, it's okay. Really, I was telling myself that it was going to be okay. So I'm getting emotional. So these animals were really there for me, you know, and I don't know, I love them. If people could see them the way that I see them, they compare them to like fish or something. No, these animals are intelligent. They're just like any other pets, like your dogs, your cats. They just come in a different package. They don't have fur. They just have scales, you know, but they're exactly the same. I mean, this snake knows exactly who I am. I think it's really important to start at a very young age, you know, the exposure to snakes, especially because a lot of people are afraid of snakes. There's no reason to be afraid of snakes. Human beings look like terrifying predators to these animals, okay? So you have to be slow and gentle. Take your time. Let them check you out because they are intelligent. You have to earn their trust. Once you earn their trust and they trust you, then they'll be like the snake, you know, and that they're not cold, because most people think of reptiles as being cold. And they are capable of having feelings, developing bonds. I can tell you, when I was a kid, all the lizards in my backyard, I would repeatedly catch and release. And it came to the point where they were like my pets. I could just walk right up to them. They would climb on my hand. I could hand feed them. Like, it was just awesome. When we moved here to Pennsylvania, I got really depressed because, you know, they don't have lizards. So then I started keeping reptiles as pets, like actually buying them as pets. And I was talking to somebody at one of the local reptile pet stores, and they're like, oh yeah, you know, like we have our own reptile rescue. Would you be interested in fostering? So then I started doing that. And then they started giving me more and more and more. And then they were like, you know what? Why don't you start helping us out with like the education, you know, presentations that we do? And I was like, sure, why not? Like, I kind of have stage fright, but you know, I'll do it. And that was actually a very rewarding experience because then I got to share my love, you know, of these animals to other people and just show them how nice they can be. Yeah, there's nothing more sad than seeing reptiles being mistreated, you know, just stuck in a tank. In proper care, like, can't treat them like that, like a throwaway pet. You know, I hate that. You know, so I'm always trying to educate people. They'd be like, oh yeah, I had a lizard live like a year, but you know, and I'm like, oh my God, these lizards can live like 25 years. What are you talking about? Oh, it had a great life. You know, I usually don't say anything because I don't want to like, you know, irritate people or whatever, but in my head, I'm like, oh my God. And that's the other thing, most people don't take their reptiles to a veterinarian. Like, I wish that there was more educational resources out there people knew. When you get these animals, it is a commitment because they live for a long time. Educating people about reptiles and telling them about my passion and protecting reptiles has actually been something I've done all my life. I guess the message that I would like to leave out there is that reptiles are just like any other animals. They're not bad, they're not evil, they're not scary. They can be very rewarding pets, and I really couldn't imagine my life without them. Follow your passion. You should never lose that. Never lose your passion, whatever it is. That's really what I would want to pass down to other people or my kids or whatever. Just follow your passion. Do whatever makes you happy. Don't let anything get in your way. Not people, not circumstances. Just don't give up, do you.